I can start. Vanitishi. Om Brahmanandam Paramasukadam Kevalam Jnanamurtim Dvandvatetam Gaganasadrusham Tattvamasyaadilakshyam Ekam Nityam Vimalamachalam Sarvadhe Sakshibhutam Bhavatetam Trigunarahitam Sadgurum Tam Namami Shruti Smruti Purananam Alayam Karunalayam Namami Bhagavat Padam Shankaram Loka Shankaram Shankaram Shankaracharyam Keshavam Badarayanam Sutra Bhashya Krutau Vande Bhagavantau Punah Punah Sadashiva Samarambham Shankaracharya Madhyamam Asmadacharya Paryantam Vande Guru Paramparam Vande Guru Paramparam. Now here are a few mantras from the chosen Upanishads. From the Ishavasya Upanishad. Ishavashyamidagum sarvam yatkincha jagatyam jagat tena chektena bunjetaha madruta kasya swidhanam. The meaning is Ishavashyamidagum sarvam. Everything is enveloped by Parameshwara, Isha. Yatkinchat jagatyam jagat. In this ever-changing world, everything is covered, enveloped by Isha. Tena chaktena bunjeta. Having this in mind all the time, you conduct yourself in the workaday world with karma yoga bhavana. Magrudha kasyasvidhanam. Never aspire for somebody else's wealth. Another mantra from Ishavasya. Yasmin sarvani bhutani atmaivabhutvijanatah tatra ko mohaka shokaha ekatvamanupashyatah. When you come to realize that everything in this world has come out of Atma and there's nothing other than this which is available in the manifested world. When you have come to know that, tatra ko mohaha kashokaha ekatvamanupashyataha. When you have seen the oneness everywhere, where is the shoka? Where is the sorrow? And where is the delusion? That is the meaning. Another mantra from Ishavasya. Hiranmayena patrena Satyasyapi hitam mukham tattvam poshanna pavruno satya dharmaya drishtaye. Hey, I am committed to knowing the truth. Hey Parameshwara, hey Kitaya. Hiranmayena patrena satyasya mukham apahitam. The, the face of the truth, which I am very keen on seeing, is covered by a golden disc. That golden disc is the ego. golden disk is the ajnanam, which, in which I am swimming. From portion of from the portion is actually the sun god. Here portion is the Paramatma. Please, Paramatma, you remove that golden disk of Ahankara and Ajnana because I am committed to knowing the truth. Then from the Kenopanishad, a couple of mantras. Shrotrasya Shrotram Manaso Manoyat Vacho Havacham Sav Pranasya Pranaha Chekshushaschexuhu Atimuchya Dhiraha Prechasmaloka Bhavanti. When you come to realize that it is the ear of the ear, what you are seeking, that Atma Vastu is the ear of the ear, and it is the mind of the mind, it is the prana of the prana, it is the netra of the netra. When you have come to know this, with this kind of a knowledge, then you give up everything else in the workaday world. Ati muchya dhiraha prechasman lokan vimruta amruta bhavanti. When he leaves this world, he will become immortal with that kind of an attitude to life. Then another mantra from the same Upanishad, Upanishad. इह चेदवेति तथ सत्यमस्ति न चेदिहावेदीन्महति विनष्टिः भूतेषु भूतेषु विचित्य धीराः प्रेत्यास्माल्लोकादमृता भवन्ति. That is, if you have not known this truth of Atma, then there is a lot of loss. There is a tremendous loss. Mahati vinashtihi. Nachediha vedi mahati vinashtihi. And if you come to know that, then there is some truth in that. Bhuteshu bhuteshu vichitya dhiraha Techasman lokadamruta bhavanti. We keep on having birth after birth after birth and keep on swimming in the choka ridden samsara. After all that, when you have come to realize that Atma eva satyam tadanyat sarvam vidhyeti, when you have come to know that, then there is some truth in that. Then there is a Kathopanishad. In the Kathopanishad, there are a few mantras. Avidyayamantare vartamanaha swayam dhira panditam manyamanaha dandranyamana pariyanti modhaha andhe naiva niyamana yadhantaha. People, avidyayamantare vartamanaha, they keep on residing in the ocean of avidya. In that, swayam dhiraha panditam manyamanaha, because of the empirical pieces of knowledge that they have picked up in this world, they consider themselves swayam dhiraha, and they consider themselves as panditam manyamana. They consider, yes, I know everything. I need not worry about this Atma and Brahman, things like that. What is the use of all that? Where is the need for the Upanishads? That kind of a feeling. Avidyayam antare vartamanaha. Dandranyamanaha pariyanti modaha. With that kind of an attitude, they keep on rolling from Janma to Janma. Andhenaiva niyamanaya dhantaha. And this andha is what? Their ajnana. And this ajnana is the kind of propeller for their conduct in life. And that kind of a life, a number of them will keep on continuing. Then another mantra from the Katha Upanishad. न जायते म्रियते वा विपश्चित् नायं कुतश्चिन्न बभूव कश्चित् अजो नित्य शाश्वतोऽयं पुराणः न हन्यते हन्यमाने शरीरे. Almost the same type of verse is available in the second chapter of the Gita. Only thing is, the second chapter of the Gita, the first two lines, they're slightly different. Na jayate mriyate va vipaschit is mentioned in the Kathopanishad. In the Gita, Kitaya's Gita, what is mentioned? Na jayate mriyate va kadachit nayam bhutva bhavita vana bhuyah. Here, kutaschin abhabhova kaschit, the second line. That is all the difference. Because the meaning is already covered when we have done the Gita. I am leaving the meaning for you to refer to the Manana sessions. Then, another thing. From the Kathopanishad, it is as though a number of verses have been borrowed by Vyasa Bhagavan into the Bhagavad Gita. The earlier verse I have read is one such. Then another verse is Nayamatma pravachane nalabhyo na medhaya na bahuna shrutena ime vaisha vrunute te nalabhya tasyesha atma vivrudute tanu swam. This Atma cannot be obtained by simple mere talk, pravachana, nor by the intellect, nor by repeated listening to Mahatmas. That is required, but that alone is not adequate. But whoever puts in sustained and adequate efforts in the direction of knowing the Atma, in the direction of trying to be what he has learned from the Gurus, what he has learned through the Vedanta Shastra books, which he has done by Swajjaya. All that, whoever does that, Atma will be available only to such people, not to others. Then there is an analogy between the body, human body, and the chariot. The Kathopanishad mantra says, Atmanam radhinam vidhi shariram radhamevatu buddhim tu saradhim vidhi mana pragrahamevacha indriyani hayanahuhu vishayam teshu gocharan atmendriya manoyuktam bhuktetyahur manishinaha. What it means is, hey, understand. Hey, understand is what? Yamadharma was teaching Nachiketa, the Shishya. Hey, understand. Atmanam Radhinam Vidhi. The hegemony of this body, the hegemony of this body, we understand that he is the one seated in the prime seat of the Radha, the chariot. Shariram Radhamevatu. The body, the Stola Shariram, is indeed the Radham, is indeed the chariot. Buddhim tu Saradhim Vidhi. The intellect, understand, to be the Saradhi. Kitaya is the Buddhi. Kitaya is the Saradhi. Manaha Pragrahamevacha. And Kitaya is wielding what? The reins which are yoked to the horses, and using them, he is making the horses run on the paths chosen by him. Indriyani hayanahu. Understand that the sense organs are the five horses. Vishayam teshu gocharan. And horses go on what? They go on some paths. And those paths are the Vishayas for the Indriyas. Vishayas for the Indriyas are what? Like music is for the ear. Like a beautiful flower that you see is for the netra. Those are the Vishayas. Like that, Vishayam teshu gocharam. The paths on which the horses tread based on how the Saradhi, the Buddhi, will make them travel. Based on that, they go on those paths. Those paths are the Indriya Vishayas. Atmendriya Manoyuktam Bhukte Manishinaha. With these kind of things, equipped with these things, Stola Sharira, Manaha, Buddhihi, Indriyas, he will be leading his life. Then another mantra from the same Upanishad. इन्द्रियेभ्यः परा श्रद्धा अर्धेभ्यश्च परं मनः मनसस्तु परा बुद्धिः बुद्धेरात्मा महान् परः महतः परमव्यक्तम् अव्यक्तात् पुरुषः परः पुरुषान्न परं किञ्चित् सा काष्ठा सा परा गतिः. Almost the same type of mantra is available towards the end of the third chapter. Please refer to that. Indriyebhya parahyadha. Compared to the sense organs, these sense vishayas, they are more powerful. That is, the music, the piece of music, after which you keep on running to listen again to the same piece of music, that piece of music is more powerful than your ear. Indriyebhya parahyadha ardhebhyascha param manaha. Even greater than, even more powerful than the indriya vishayas like the music is the mind. And more powerful than the mind is the buddhi. Manasastu para buddhihi. Buddheratma mahan paraha. Even greater than this buddhi is the total mind. Total mind is the mind of Brahmaji, the Srishtikarta. Mahata Paramavyaktam. Even greater than the Srishtikarta's total mind is Avyaktam. The unmanifest is greater. Avyakta Purusha Paraha. Even greater than this Avyakta, this unmanifest, is the Purusha. Purushanna param kinchit. And what is superior to the Purusha? Nothing. Purushanna param kinchit. Sa kashta sa paragatihi. That is the ultimate end in your pursuit of trying to know what is Atma, what is Brahma, where did I come from, what is the meaning of life, what is Jagat, who is Ishvara, who am I. All these pursuits will end there when you have been the Purusha. Then another mantra from the Katha. Atma is being described. It is Ashabdam Asparsham Avyayam Tadharasam Nityamagandhavachayat Anadyanantam Mahatah Param Dhruvam Nichayatam Ruchyumukha Pramuchyate. Atma is Ashabdam, it is not available to the Shabda. Okay? That is, it is Indriya Agocharam. Ashabdam, Asparsham, Arupam, Abhyayam. It is indeclinable. Tadha Arasam. None of these sense organs can grasp that. It is Nityam, it is eternal. Nityam Agandhavachayat. Anadyanantam Mahata Param Dhruvam. It has been there from time immemorial. In fact, it is the only thing that has been. Tadeva Somya Idamagra Asit is another Upanishad Vakya. Satyeva, the truth alone was there in the beginning, and that is the only thing that is available. Anadyanantam Mahata Param Dhruvam. It is greater than the total mind was mentioned in the earlier mantra. Same thing is being repeated here. Now, maybe another couple of mantras are there. Yeah. Upanishad says, Manasai Vedamattavyam Nehana Nasti Kinchana mrityo samrutyumapnoti yaiha naneva pashyati. Hey Nachiketa, understand that this Atma Tattva has to be understood only through the mind. Manasa evedam aptavyam nehana nasti kinchana. There is no second Atma at all. There is no other Atma. It is only Atma. It is Advaitam, Avyayam. And that is the only Atma that is available. And people who do not know this, they keep on roaming away from Mrichu to Mrichu. Janana Marana Pravaha will ensure that they keep on rolling from Janma to Janma. Then, yeah, this Atma, regarding this Atma, सूर्यो यथा सर्वलोकस्य चक्षुः न लिप्यते चक्षुषैर्बाह्यदोषैः एकस्तथा सर्वभूतान्तरात्मा न लिप्यते लोकदुःखेन बाह्यः. Almost the same type of mantra is available in the 13th chapter of the Gita, Kshetra Kshetrajya Vibhaga Yoga. Towards the end of that chapter, please refer to that. Suryo yatha sarvalokasya chikshuhu. Like even the sun, who is the very eye of the entire world. Nalipyate chakshusaihi bhakyadoshaihi. And the sun is not tainted by whatever it lights up. It lights up the dirty pond. It lights up the fragrant flower. It's not enhanced in its beauty by the fragrance of the flower, neither it is tainted by the foul smell of the dirty pond. न लिप्यते चक्षुषैर्बाह्यदोषैः एकस्तथा सर्वभूतान्तरात्मा एकः. It is only one Atma, Sarvabhutantaratma. It is available in the bosom of everybody. Ishvara Sarvabhutanam, Ishvaraha, Hruddeshedjuna Tishtati, Brahmayan Sarvabhutani, Yantrarodhani Mayaya. This is what was mentioned by Kitaya in the 18th chapter. So that is the mantra. Then another mantra from the Kathopanishad. न तत्र सूर्यो भाति न चन्द्रतारकं नेमा विद्युतो भान्ति कुतोऽयमग्निः तमेव भान्तम् अनुभाति सर्वं तस्य भासा सर्वमिदं विभाति. Almost the same type of sloka is available in the 15th chapter, Purushottama Yoga. Please refer to that. न तत्र सूर्यो भाति न चन्द्रतारकम्. This sun and the moon cannot give any shine to Atma. In fact, it is because of Atma, the shine of the Atma. The sun is shining, the moon is shining, the stars are shining in the firmament in the night. Tameva bhantam anubhati sarvam. Because of the shine of the Atma, anubhati sarvam. Anubhati means what? They shine after. They shine after. Like when the sun rises, everything in the world as though shines after is visible to you. When it is dark, nothing is visible. Tameva bhantam, because of the bhasa of the sun, the jagat as though shines. Tameva bhantam anubhati sarvam. Tasya bhasa sarvamidam vibhati. Because of the shine, the original shine, everlasting shine of Atma, everything else as though shines. Then yeah, that is the end of the mantras I picked up from the Katha. Then there is one mantra from the Prashna Upanishad. That is, bhuya eva tapasa brahmacharyena shraddhaya samvatsaram samvatsyadha yatha kamam prashnan pruchada yadi vijñāsyāmaha sarvam havo vakshyami iti. What it says is there is a set of 6 rishis who approach an enlightened rishi. They approach him and seek him for Atma Vidya. Okay, pray to him. Hey Guru, please tell us what is Atma. How can we come to know what is Atma? Then the Guru tells them, good, you have come. You please be here for an year and do the sadhana. Then afterwards, whatever questions you ask, if we know, we will answer. That we, he says, is indicative of the Guru Sishya Parampara. It does not mean he is being egoistic when he says, if we know. We means he is invoking the blessings of his own gurus with an idea of being in a position to answer the questions likely to be put by these 6 rishis a year hence. That is the meaning. That is the Prashna Upanishad. Then Mundaka Upanishad. Mundaka Upanishad, incidentally, is considered to be the, the must Upanishad for sannyasis. It is an Upanishad which the sannyasis will have to conform to totally. These days, you have different kinds of sannyasis. Okay? Some sannyasis do not know any Upanishad at all. I'm not talking of them. I'm talking of the sannyasis as per the ancient culture and the tradition has it that Mundaka Upanishad is a kind of a must for all sannyasis. And what it says, there is one mantra. Parikshalokan karmachitan brahmanaha निर्वेदमायान्नास्य कृतेन तद्विज्ञानार्थं स गुरुमेवाभिगच्छेत् समित्पाणिः श्रोत्रियं ब्रह्मनिष्ठम्. What is kind of ordained for a sannyasi, for a would-be sannyasi, is this. Parikshalokan karmachitan brahmanaha, having examined all these karmachitan lokan, these lokan, these activities in the world, these worlds, okay, these worlds, having examined them totally, nirvedamayat, he has developed vairagya. Nirvedam, dispassion he has developed. Because whatever he says, whatever he has been doing, it is only having a, a result which is having an end. Antavattu phalam tesham tadbhavachyalpamedasam evan devaye joyanti madbhaktayanti mamapi. In the 7th chapter of the Gita, this was the Prabodha by Kittaya. Nirvedamaya nasya kruta krutena. He has come to realize that akrutaha is what? That which is not made, that which has been from the beginning available, that which has been original, and that which is everlasting, and that which is the Atma Tattva, that which is Brahma, that that akruta, it is not made. Okay? And what is not made cannot be obtained through your activities, through your nasti akrutaha krutena. Akrutaha, you can't grasp that by your activities. By your activities like what? Yajna, karma, tapaha, danaha, etc. All these things, they are having the salutary effect of cleansing the mind. That is all. They cannot, they cannot give you Atma. They will pave the way for you to know what is Atma. Nasya kruta krutena tadvijnanartham. trying to know what is that Atma, tad vijnanardham sa guru meva abhigachet. He ought to go and approach a guru. Sa guru meva abhigachet. And how does he go? Not with a lot of pomp and pride and vain knowledge, saying, I have known this, I have known that, I have known this. What else do I have to know Atma? This is a kind of question a very haughty student will pose to a guru. And guru will say, you continue doing what you are doing. Atma is not for you. Okay. Now, what kind of an approach he will have to make towards the guru? Tadvijnanatam sa gurum eva abhigachet samit pani. Having what? Samidaha. Samidaha means the pieces of wood gathered from the forest. Those things which have fallen from the dry branches of trees, those things are picked up. Those are the samidahas. Samit panihi Shrotriyam Brahmanishtam. He ought to approach that person who has got the, the sum total knowledge of all the Shastras. Shrotriyam Brahmanishtam. And he is a Brahmanishta. Not that he simply knows the Shastra. He is committed to be in that, and he is rooted in that. In the 5th chapter, there is a beautiful verse. Tadbuddhayaha, tadatmanaha, tannishtaha, tatparayanaha, gachanti apunaravrittim, jnana nirdhota kalmashaha. Tadbuddhayaha, atma eva buddhi. Tatparayanaha, that is the ultimate aim and end for them. Tannishtaha, they're always rooted and committed to knowing that and being that. And they have been that. Those kind of people are the Brahmanishtas. Then another mantra from Mundaka. Pranavo dhanushero hyatma brahma tallakshyamuchyate apramatena vedavyam sharavartanmayo bhavet. The teacher is telling, okay, Pranavo Dhanuho, have the Omkara as the bow. Chero Hyatma, the Jiva Bhavana you are having, you make that as the Shara, as the arrow. Brahmatallakshya muchyate. And what is the aim you are aiming at what? Brahmatallakshya muchyate. Brahma, which you are keen on knowing, that becomes the aim, that becomes the target. Apramattena vedavyam, with unswerving devotion and concentration, you release that arrow. Sharavat tanmayo bhavet. And when you release that arrow, and that arrow released is what? Your jivatva bhavana. And jivatva bhavana you want to get rid of. And when you have released that arrow, what happens? It does not serve here and there. It goes and pierces whatever the target intended by the wielder of the Dhanush. Who is the wielder of the Dhanush? You. Sharavat tanmayo bhavet. You have to be like that. Sharavat. In your pursuit of trying to know what is Brahma. Then Vijyate Hrudaya Granthi Chidyante Sarva Samshaya Chiyante Chasya Karmani Tasmin Drushte Paravare. When you have known that, when you have known Atma, when you have come to realize between you and Brahma there is no difference. Aham Brahmasmi. Iti, when you have realized, then what happens? Vijyate Hrudaya Granthi. All the all the doubts in the mind. Hrudaya means mind. All the doubts in the mind, they get shattered. They are as though dispelled. They have been answered. Vijyate Hrudaya Grandhi Chidyante Sarva Samshayaha. You have been carrying a lot of doubts whether you are indeed Brahma, whether you are indeed the Jagat Karanakarta. Okay? Whether you are, it is because of you that Jagat is. All these things have been said in the Shastras, and with Shraddha you have pursued the truths mentioned in the Shastras, and afterwards you have been successful. When you have been successful, this is the result. Vidyate sarvasamshayaha kshiyante chasya karmani. All the karma phalas will simply be evaporated. Kshiyante chasya karmani. Tasmin drushte paravare. Having come to realize that all these things happen, then there is one mantra. This has been the favorite mantra of Swami Vivekananda also. There have been some favorite mantras of Swami Vivekananda from the Upanishads and from the Gita also. From the Upanishads, this is one of the mantras he was very fond of. What it reads, this is from Mundaka Upanishad. Dva suparna sayuja sakbhaya samanam vruksham parishasvajate ayorasya pippalam swadhyat ashnannanyo avitakashite. There, there are two birds, okay, and they are always together. The two birds, they are as though friendly, and they are in the same tree. Okay, one is in a higher branch, another is in a lower branch. The one in the lower branch keeps on eating the fruits of the tree, whereas the one in the higher branch will simply keep on looking at what is happening, looking at even this other bird which has been all the time eating away to glory the fruits of that tree. What is the meaning? There is a Jivatma, there is the Paramatma. And where is this Paramatma fellow? Paramatma fellow is like the bird at the higher branch of the tree. And Jivatma fellow is at the lower branch of the tree. Both are in you, both are in me, in all of us. This is this is an analogy of the Sakshi Swarupa Paramatma who nalipyate bahya doshaihi. Earlier we said nalipyate na bahya doshaihi papaihi. That is how the mantra says. Another mantra. Satyameva jayate nahrutam satyena pantha vitato devayanaha. This is another mantra from the Mundaka Upanishad. Satyameva jayate. And this Satyameva jayate is inscribed in the the four the four lions which are available in the stupa, India's emblem. In that, there are four lions. In each lion, in the bottom, what is mentioned is Satyameva Jayate Nanrutam. That is how it is mentioned. Recently, we happened to go, thanks to Prem and Brahmara, to a place near Varanasi. There we have seen the artifacts of archaeological department. There we have seen one Ashoka Chakra. In that Ashoka Chakra, this Satyameva Jayate is inscribed. Okay? That Namrutam is not there, but Satyameva Jayate was inscribed. Then another mantra. Mundaka. वेदांत विज्ञान सुनिश्चितार्थाः संन्यासयोगाद्यतय शुद्ध सत्वाः ते ब्रह्मलोकेषु परान्तकाले परामृता परिमुच्यन्ति सर्वे. whoever endowed with this Vedanta Vijnana and having known that very, very clearly without any shade of doubt, and having cleansed their minds very nicely, Sunishchitartaha, Sannyasa Yogat Yatayaha, Shuddha Sattvaha. These people, they have really made an effort to really know what is the purpose of life, what is Atma, what is Brahma, what is the meaning of life, what is Janma, what is the Jagat, who is Ishvara, I am I am what? Jiva. What is the difference between Jiva and Ishvara? Iti, whoever has constantly inquired into this, that is a kind of meditation, that is a kind of nidijasana. Vedanta Vijnana Sunishchitataha Sannyasa Yoga Yataya Shuddha Sattva Yatayaha. The people who have repeatedly tried to know who they are indeed. Okay, tremendous effort they had put in. Shuddha Sattvaha are pure minds which will accept nothing other than Atma, which will accept nothing which is the second one, Advaitam. Te Brahmalokeshu Parantakale Paramruta Parimuchyanti Sarve. For those people, there is no coming back at all. They will be always merged in Brahma and they will be there. They will be there forever and forever. Then what happens to their name and fame? Okay, their name and fame, their form and things like that. Everybody thinks, hey, I have put in a lot of effort. I have come to know Atma, and this is when I have got enlightened. And people will keep on. There are some people, even in our country, there are some people who claim that they are enlightened. I say, if you are enlightened, you will not talk, because this enlightenment is what? What is enlightenment? That you are not bound is the enlightenment. You are always unbound. The Shastra says you have never been bound, but because of ajnana, you have a notion that you are bound. You get rid of ajnana, you will come to know that you are free all the time. When you have come to know you are free all the time, do you pride on that? Or will you be ashamed that you did not know that you are free till now? When the moment of jnana kaivalya happens, will you not be ashamed? Hey, this merest of pieces of knowledge I did not have till now, that I am not bound at all. I have been ever free. I am Mukta Swarupaha, Shuddha Swarupaha, Jnana Swarupaha, Nitya Swarupaha. It is Shastra Ghosha. This I did not know till now. What a fool I have been. Is what an enlightened person will really think. And if somebody comes and says, I'm enlightened, he's a bloody fool, I'm telling you. If somebody says he is enlightened, he is being very vainglorious. He is just trying to amass a lot of followers, nothing else. Vedanta Vijnana Sunishchitataha Sannyasa Yoga Yataya Shuddha Sattvaha Te Brahmalokeshu Parantakale Paramruta Parimuchanti Sarve. After that, where is the name and form? Where is the fame? Why are you still keeping your identity that you are a Swami, that you are a great sannyasi who is enlightened? What happens is, if you are really enlightened, what happens is described in the next mantra. यदा नद्यस्यन्दमाना समुद्रे अस्तं गच्छन्ति नाम रूपे विहाय तथा विद्वान् नाम रूपात् विमुक्तः Paratparam Purushamupaiti Divyam. What a beautiful analogy. What a simple analogy also for people to understand. When all the various rivers, a number of rivers, empty themselves into the Bay of Bengal, is it not? All those are nadis. There is another thing which there are set of rivers which empty themselves into the Arabian Sea. They are not called nadis. They are called nadaha. Nadi, nadaha. The nada will flow towards the west, whereas the nadi will flow towards the east. The nadis, they, when they have flown to the east and emptied themselves into the Bay of Bengal, starting from Mother Ganges, Yamuna, okay, Brahmaputra also empties itself into the Bay of Bengal. Brahmaputra, the Godavari, the Mahanadi of Orissa, the Kaveri, the Krishna, the Tanna, Tamraparni, all these rivers empty themselves into the Bay of Bengal. Now tell me, when they have emptied themselves into the Bay of Bengal, can you, when you have traveled like maybe a few kilometers into the Bay of Bengal by boat, can you pick up Krishna River separately, Godavari separately, Kaveri separately? They have lost their identity, and they have lost their identity very, very happily. Very happily, they have entered. See, all these nadis, when they're approaching the sea, I believe, when they're approaching the sea, their speed increases. That is, speed increases means what? When you're going to a place and when you increase your speed, that means what? The place you are seeking has almost come, and you are very keen on going to that place immediately. So you increase your speed. So all these nadis are very keen on merging themselves into the ocean, and they merge into the ocean and they give up their nama, their rupa, and their greatness. All those things are given up. It is not Brahmaputra, Ganga, Kaveri, Yamuna, all these things, all these put together, Godavari, Tamrapan, all these are simply bodies of water which have emptied themselves very happily into the ocean. Like that, the Vidwan, the real sannyasis, who do not boast that they are enlightened, who do not try to deceive a multitude of disciples. Those people who are really enlightened, they also they will simply give up their nama and rupa because they have merged themselves in the Paratparam. Then we have the Mandukya Upanishad. This Mandukya Upanishad has got one Mahavakya. Ayam Atma Brahma. This Atma is Brahma. What is the meaning of this Atma? The Atma which I am seeking is Brahma. I, the Jivatma, is Brahma. That is the meaning. The mantra says, Sarvam Hetat Brahma, Ayamatma Brahma, Soyamatma Chatushpat. This Mandukya Upanishad is a kind of an exposition of the Omkara, the Om. In the exposition, Mandukya Upanishad as though breaks Om into four parts. And the first part is this Atma, I am Atma. Okay? One of those. Then there is another lovely mantra giving a description of what is Atma. And how can you describe Atma? Can you indeed describe Atma? And the Rishi says he cannot. And how he says he cannot is by this following mantra, lovely mantra. Atma is Nanta Pragnam, Nabahi Pragnam, No Bhayata Pragnam, Na Prajnanaghanam, Na Pragnam, Na Pragnam, Adrushtam, అవ్యవహార్యం, అగ్రాహ్యం, అలక్షణం, అచింత్యం, అవ్యపదేశ్యం, ఏకాత్మా, ప్రత్యయసారం, ప్రపంచోపశమం, శాంతం, శివం, అద్వైతం, చతుర్థం మన్యంతే స ఆత్మా స విజ్ఞేయ. హే శిష్య, that Atma which I have described above, Sa Atma, that Atma, Savijnaya, has to be known, has to be. You have to be that Atma which I have described. And what is that Atma? Nanta Prajnam. It is not the Anta Prajna like you have during the during the sleep dream state, not like the Taijasa, the Bahi Prajnam, not like the Vishwa when you are in the waking stage. No Bhayata Prajnam, not as though it has got a mixture of both these prajnas. Na Prajnam, not that it is not Prajna. Na Prajnam, it is that. It is neither Prajna purely, the knowledge you are thinking you have, it's not that knowledge at all, because that knowledge is of the world. This is out of the world. Atma is out of the world. In fact, the world is because of Atma. And you want to know Atma through the world? Impossible. That way, na prajnam, na aprajnam, not that it is not knowledge. It is. Na prajnana ganam. It is not that knowledge that you have during the deep sleep state. The prajnana ganam, na prajnam, adrushtam, adrushtam. It cannot be seen. It is not available to your netra. It is not available to your mind. Adrushtam, avyavaharyam. You cannot have any business with that. You cannot deal, have any transaction. Hey, I will do this puja to you. Give me that phalam. Avyavahar, no, none of those. Agrahyam, it cannot be grasped through the indriyas. Agrahyam, alakshanam, it does not have any qualities based on which you can grasp them. Grasp Atma. Achintyam, you can't think of that. You can't think of that. At the seat of meditation, it is not possible to think of Atma by yourself. That is why Kataya said in the 12th chapter of the Gita, क्लेशोऽधिकतरस्तेषाम् अव्यक्तासक्तचेतसाम् अव्यक्ता हि गतिर्दुःखम् देहवद्भिरवाप्यते. Beautiful. That you go through the PDF of Swami Dayananda for the this particular verse of the 12th chapter. So it is like that. Avyapadeshyam, achintyam, at the seat of meditation, at the seat of nidijasana, it is not possible unless the mind has ripened to the level of appreciating what is beyond the world. Okay? Achintyam, avyapadeshyam. You can't say it is indeed this. You can't define it. Ekatma, that is the only thing. It is not several Atmas are there. There may be several billions of people and jivas. There may be billions of rivers. There may be millions of mountains. All these are the bhutas. There may be, but it is all Ekatma. Ekatma, Pratyaya Saram. It is the essence of everything. Prapanchopashamam. And when you have been that Atma, it is not simply known that Atma. If you have been that Atma, the world as though disappears. Prapanchopashamam Shantam. It is all supreme peace. Shivam, auspicious. There is no fear there. Abhayam. And have you, after having gone there, Tatra Shomo ko mohaha kashokaha ekatvam anupashyatah. Where is the shoka? Where is the delusion? Where is the difference which has been troubling you all along? Ekatma prachayasaram prapanchopashamam shantam shivam advaitam chaturdham manyante. This is said to be the fourth pada of Omkara. Is what the Guru has done Prabodha for the Shishya. Incidentally, Mandukya Upanishad, which is a very short Upanishad, which has only 12 mantras, it has attracted the Guru of Shankaracharya, the Gaudapadacharya, who has been the Guru of Govinda Bhagavad Pada, who was the Guru of Shankaracharya. This Gaudapadacharya was so very well attracted by this Mandukya Upanishad that he thought it fit to render a karika on that. Time permitting, we will go through the English translation of that karika one of these days. Beautiful. Okay, that karika. And Gaudapadacharya, he dissects the non-Advaitins very, very nicely and says, where is the need for thinking that there is difference in Atma? And the entire Karika is a lovely thing. We will see. That is the Mandukya Upanishad. Taittiriya Upanishad. Like I said, Mahavakyas are many, many. Only thing is, those four have been picked up for, for reasons best known to the Pandits. There have been a lot of other Mahavakyas, maybe much more potent and pregnant than the Mahavakyas already picked up. One such mantra is from the Kathopanishad. Manasai Vedam Aptavyam Nehana Nastya Kinchana. Then another mantra coming from the Taittiriya Upanishad. Brahma vida apnoti param tadeshabhyukta satyam jnanam anantam brahma. This satyam jnanam anantam brahma is another Mahavakya. And what is Brahma, I say? What is Brahma? How do you define? It is Satyam, it is Jnanam, it is Anantam. Anantam means Anandam. Satyam Jnanam Anandam Brahma. Iti Taittiriya Upanishad Udbhota. Brahmavida apnoti param tadeshabhyukta satyam jnanam anantam brahma yo veda nihitam guhayam parame vyoman sohnute sarvan kaman saha brahmana vipashyiteti tasmadvaye tasmadatmana आकाशसम्भूतः आकाशाद्वायुः वायोरग्निः अग्नेरापः अद्य पृथिवी पृथिव्यामोषधयः ओषधिभ्योऽन्नम् अन्नात् पुरुषः स वा एष पुरुषोऽन्नरसमयः. That is the beautiful mantra from the Taittiriya Upanishad. What it says is what? Brahma with apnoti param. The knower of Brahma will indeed be merged in Brahma. And what is Brahma? Satyam Jnanam Anantam Brahma. And this is available. Yo Veda Nihitam Guhayam Parame Vyoman. This has been very nicely kept in the walls of the Veda. Veda means the Upanishads. Okay? So Shnute Sarvan Kaman Saha. And whoever has known this, he has become a Kruta Krityaha. All his desires have been very well taken care of. That means what? He has no further desire at all. He has Sankalpa Prabhavan Kaman Chektva Sarvan Aseshataha in the Gita, Kitaya Prabodha. all those things he will conform to. And from this Atma, what happened towards the end? From this Atma only, uh, that Atmanaha, from the Atma, Akasha Sambhutaha, Akasha is born. In between, of course, Maya is there. From that Atma, Maya is born as though. And from out of Maya, Akasha. Akashad Vayuhu. From Akasha, Vayu is born. Vayor Agni. From Vayu, Agni is born. Agnerapaha. From Agni, water is born. Adya Prudhivi. From water, Prudhivi is born. And from Prudhivi, Prudhivyam Oshadhayaha. All these, all these food yielding big, big plants and trees have come about. And and Oshadebhyannam, and from the Oshadis which have come out of Prithvi, Annam is produced. And Purusha is what? Annat Purushaha. And from that Annam, Purusha is born. Is it not? Almost that kind of a mantra is indicative in the third chapter of the Gita to pick what that mantra is. Okay. Now we will go forward. Ah, there is a mantra which says, in the Kathopanishad, what was said by Yama to Nachiketa? Manasaivedamaptavyam nehana nasti kinchana. This has to be obtained. This Atma Tattva has to be realized only through the mind and not by any other. And whereas in the Taittiriya Upanishad, almost the opposite is mentioned. What it says is, Yato vacho nivattante aprapya manasa saha. Having tried very, very hard, trying to know what is Atma, and he has referred to a number of texts and gone and listened to a number of Mahatmas, and he has himself done a lot of swajaya, that kind of a vacha. Vacha means word. Eto vacho nivattante aprapya manasa saha. Whatever he has tried, it has become fruitless. And with the mind, the work has the bounced back, unable to know what is Atma. Whereas the Vidwan, the one who has indeed put in the best of efforts, with a clean mind, cleansed the mind, like the mind which was mentioned by Yama. Manasaivedamaptavyam. With the mind only this has to be obtained. What kind of mind is that? A very pure mind. Shuddha antakarna. That kind of a mind. Anandam Brahmano Vidwan. With that kind of a mind, the Brahmana, Anando Brahmano Vidwan, will come to realize the one who has tried very, very meticulously, very, 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 very in a committed manner, very steadfast in his attempts, and never giving up. And Tadeva Dhyanam, Tadeva Chintanam, that kind of a person, Anando Brahmano Vidwan. Anandam is indeed Brahma. Iti jnatva na bibhetya kutasya neti. He does not fear anything at all. Where is the need for fear? Where is the need for fear when he sees everything enveloped by Atma? Like it was mentioned in the Ishavasya Upanishad. Ishavasya sarvam yatkinchit jagatyam jagat tena chaktena bunjitaha ma grudha kasya svidhanam. So, Anandam Brahmano Vidwan na bibheti kutaschaneti etaham bhavana tapati kimaham sadhuna karapam kimaham papamakaravamiti. And that person, having known himself, having known that he is indeed Brahma, he not only does not fear anything, he does not have the guilty feeling. Why I did not know good punya karyas? Why did not I do, why did not I do the punya karyas? Why did not I avoid doing papa karyas? Ah, all these guilty feelings will vanish. Why? Why? Because all the karma phalas have become what? Dagdha bijavat. They have become as though burnt seeds. Dagdha bijavat. So that is how the Vidwan will be. And there is one chapter in the Taittiriya Upanishad that is called the Bhruguvalli. In that Bhruguvalli, Bhrugu, the Maharshi, he wants to know. He wanted to know what is Atma, what is Brahma. Trying to know that, he approaches his father. His father is Varuna. Varuna is what is mentioned by Ketaya in the 10th chapter. Yadasanam Varunoham, etc. I forgot that mantra. Okay. And I am Varuna amongst the flowing bodies of water. That is what Kitaya said. Here, he approaches the Guru Varuna and asks him, I'm I'm keen on knowing Brahma. Please tell me what is Brahma. When he says that, the Guru says, Yeto va imani bhutani jayante, yena jatani jivanti, yat prayancha bhisamvishanti, tad vijijnasasva, tad brahmeti, satapotapyata. What the Guru Varuna tells his son, Bhrigu is, hey, Swani, understand, understand that from which all these things which you see in this jagat, imani bhutani jayante, all these things have come about. And after having come, how all these things, because of what they are sustained and into which they finally enter, that is Brahma. Understand that. And you do your chintana, your vichara, your your contemplation of what I have said. You will come to know what is Brahma. And Bhrigu does contemplation. Initially, he comes to know Annam is Brahma. Annam Brahmeti Vijanat. After having come to know Annam is Brahma, he approaches father and asks him for confirmation. Hey, father, is it not true that Annam is Brahma? Father says, no. Tapasa Brahma Vijijnasasva. You continue your tapas again. It is not merely Annam. Then he continues contemplation and comes to know the pranam is Brahma and goes for confirmation. And the Guru says no. Then he continues contemplation, comes to know Manaha is Brahma. Manaha is mind is Brahma. And Guru says no. He comes to he comes to know that he has to put in a lot more effort. He does put in the effort and comes to know Vijnanam is Brahma and goes for confirmation. The father says no, not even Vijnanam. Tapasa Brahma Vijijnasasva. You contemplate what is Brahma. And that from that Brahma, Ito va imani bhutani jayante, yena jatani jivanti, yat prayancha abhisambhishanti, tad vijijnasasva, tad brahmeti, that is Brahma. Try to find that out. Then it does contemplation again, very severe contemplation, and comes to realize Anandam is Brahma. And he exclaims, Anando Brahme Tvijanat, Ananda Jeva Kalvimani, Bhutani Jayante, Anandena Jatani Jivanti, etc. He'll come to know. And he does not approach the father for confirmation because what is required is already obtained by him. Because father said, Ito va imani bhutani jayante, yena jatani jivanti, etc. And he has come to realize Anando Brahmeti Vijanat Anandadhyeva Khalvimani Bhutani Jayante. They are produced through Ananda. That is what is mentioned. That is what the Taittiriya Upanishad beautifully in the Bhruvalli. In the Aitareya Upanishad, there is one mantra. Aitareya Upanishad is for what? Is for one of those Mahavakyas. What is that Mahavakya? Prajnanam Brahma. Prajnanam Brahma. Prajnanam is indeed Brahma. And Mandukya Upanishad says what? Na prajnam, na prajnam, prapanchopashamam, advaitam, all those things they have been mentioned. See, all these mantras, they look as though conflicting, but these are the inputs for a sadhaka to contemplate on the truths of these mantras, on the truths of these mantras. Like Shumaji had a doubt on the fourth verse of the ninth chapter. That kind of a verse is meant for contemplation. You have a doubt, you contemplate on that. When you contemplate on that, or when you go through the PDF document sent by Brahmara of Swami Dayananda Saraswati on the ninth chapter, you read that, reread that, and study that. You contemplate on that. Your doubts will be shattered. That is required. That is required. So, when the Upanishad says some vakyas which are as though conflicting, you must have the Shraddha that Upanishads will not be saying anything which will be in conflict with another Upanishad at all. So, this is something I have to fathom, I have to unearth the truth of this. You have to contemplate and come to realize the truth. And the Aitreya Upanishad says, यत्किञ्चेदं प्राणिजङ्गमं च पतत्रि च यच्च स्थावरं सर्वं तत्प्रज्ञानेत्रं प्रज्ञाने प्रतिष्ठितं प्रज्ञानेत्रो लोकः प्रज्ञा प्रतिष्ठा प्रज्ञानं ब्रह्मा. Finally, it ends saying प्रज्ञानं ब्रह्मा. Everything, all the entire thing that is manifest is from out of prajna at all. Right, prajna only. Understand that. Now we go to Chandogya Upanishad. In the Chandogya Upanishad, the mantra is, one moment please. यदा सौम्येकेन मृत्पिण्डेन सर्वं मृण्मयं विज्ञातं स्यात् वाचारम्भणं विकारो नामधेयः मृत्तिकेत्येव सत्यम्. मृत्तिकेत्येव सत्यम्. From out of the mud, from the clay. From the clay, the potter does a lot of articles. He will make the pot. He will make the pot with a tap. He will make a saucer. He will make a deepam. He will make the deepam is coming up in the Kartika Masa. The deepam, and he will make a jar with a nozzle and through which you can pour water. He will make a cooking pot. He will make several other things. He will make a flower vase. He will he will make wonderful things. He will have beauteous sculptures as though he will render all of them. And all these things have come from where? From where? See, for any srushti, what is required? For anything to be created, what is required? One is the upadana karanam, the material cause. Here, in respect of all these various articles, What is the Upadana Karanam? Mritika, the clay. And what is the other Karanam? Other Karanam is what? The intelligent cause. The intelligent cause is what? The potter. He is the he is the intelligent cause. And here, for the Jagat, so many things you are seeing in the Jagat, like even the articles in the pottery. When you go to the pottery, you will have several articles. Some of those you have never seen in your life. Those kind of things are all made by the potter and are all made out of clay. And this Jagat you are seeing, all these are kind of equatable to the articles in the pottery. And all these articles in the pottery are from out of Mritika. So too in the Jagat. All these articles like you and I, which are articles, you and I, the mountain, the river, the tree and the forest, all these things are from out of some Mritika. What is that Mritika? And who is the intelligent cause? There must be intelligent cause, and that intelligent cause is Brahma. What is the Mritika? Maya. Maya is the cause for all these things. Maya is the Jagat Karanam. From the same Maya, different things are produced. Okay, all these things are produced. That is what the Guru is telling the Shishya. Guru is the father, he is a Rishi, and Shishya is his own son. Okay, and he is advised. Yatha Soumya, Soumya means oh gentle fellow. Ekena Mrutpindena, from the same clod of clay. Sarvam Nurmayam Vijnanam Shat. All those articles in the pottery are made from the same clay. Okay? Same lump of clay. Vacharambhanam Vikaro Namadeya. There are different kinds of names of articles created in the pottery, available in the pottery. All those names are what? Vacharammanam Namadeya. Because you wanted to identify them, you have given as though some names. You have given a name like Suma. You have given a name like Brahmara. You have given a name like Sijarao. All these are names, and all these are made of the same Ritika, of the same clay, same lump of clay, which is called Maya. Understand this. And when you understand this, you will realize there is nothing other than Maya, which has been the Upadana Karanam, and nothing other than Brahma, who has been the Nimitta Karanam. Okay? Intelligent cause. Now another mantra says, स य एषोऽणिमये तदात्ममिदं सर्वं तत्सत्यं स आत्मा तत्त्वमसि श्वेतकेतो. Hey, all these things I have said earlier, what has been made out of clay, they're all from the same clay. Different kinds of names are there, okay, for identification. And Mritika eva Satyam, and that Atma is Satyam. Atma is Satyam, and Tattvamasi Shvetaketo. Hey Shvetaketo, oh my dear Sani, you are indeed that which you have not known till now. You have not known till now, you are indeed that. Tattvamasi. Like that, this Tattvamasi is repeated throughout the Chandogya Upanishad 9 times. And another mantra says, Yatra nanyat pashyati, nanyat shrunoti, nanyat vijanati, sabhuma. Atha yatra anyat pashyati, anyat shrunoti, anyat vijanati, tadalpam. Yo vai bhuma tadamrutam yadad यदल्पं तत् मर्त्यः. Hey, Shvetaketu, where you see Other. Anyat pashyati. See some other than yourself. Anya shrunoti. Other than, other than the Shastra Vakyas, you hear something else. Anyat vijanati. Other than what the Guru has told you, you have as though come to pick up through somebody else, some other thing which may not be true. Anyat shrunoti, anyat vijanati. Like that, he comes to know when you do not hear all these things, you do not come to know any other, then Sabhuma, that is infinite, that is big, that is Brahma. Yatra anyat pashyati, when you indeed have come to know that there is a difference, that there are different ways of interpreting the Shastra, different ways of trying to know, and different means of trying to be Atma. All these things, when you come to have this kind of a differing knowledge, tadalpam, that is very finite. And yova bhuma tadamrutam. What is bhuma? What is infinite? Is amrutam, that is immortal. And while yad alpam tad machyam, whatever is finite, that is mortal. Then we have in the Brihadaranyaka Upanishad, we have entered the portals of Brihadaranyaka Upanishad. This is the 10th Upanishad of the set of 10 Upanishads which the Acharyas, Shankaracharya downwards, have picked up to render bhashyas. In the Brihadaranyaka Upanishad, there is a mantra, Etani Japet. These will have to be, these will have to be done meditation of. Etani Japet. Asato ma satgamaya. From Asat. From Asat. Asat means what? That which is not. Which as though appears to be true. Okay? As though appears to be true. Swakale satyavadbhati. That kind of a thing. From that, asatoma satgamaya he kitaya. Please lead me to Sat from this Asat. Tamasoma jyotirgamaya. I am I am drowning in this ocean of ajnana, in this ajnana, tamasa. This tamas is drowning me, and it is trying to stifle my efforts to know who I am. Tamasoma jyotirgamaya kataya, please lift me from this tamas and lead me to the jyoti of knowledge, the light of knowledge. Mrutyorma amrutangamaya, from this mortality, please lead me to that immortal, which is you. I want to be you. I want to be you. Not I want to come to you. I want to be you. Please, Kataya, help me. That is the prayer. Then Aham Brahmasmi is there. Aham Brahmasmi mantra. Brahmaivaidamagra asid tadatmanamevavait aham brahmasmiti tatsmat sarvamabhavat aham brahmasmiti. This mantra, aham brahmasmi, is from this mantra of the Brihadaranyaka Upanishad. Then, then there is a dialogue between a rishi Yajnavalkya and his wife Maitreyi. That dialogue, the rishi tells Maitreyi, hey Maitreyi, this Atma which you are seeking, you will have to know. You have to know that Atma va are drashtavyaha. You have to see the truth of this Atma through the Vedanta Vakyas. Atma va are drashtavyaha, shrotavyaha. You must listen to the Vedanta Vakyas, Guru Upadeshas regarding Atma Vidya. Atma va are shrotavyaha. Hare means my dear Maitreyi, you have to listen to that. Atma Vahare Mantavyaha. You have to do contemplation of that. Atma Vahare Nidhityasitavyaha. You have to make an effort to be that. That is Atma. There is no other way. And because of Atma which you love Atma. Because of your love for Atma, your love for yourself, you have the capacity to love anything else. Sava are patyuhu kamaya pati priyo bhavati. Because of your love for yourself, Maitreyi, you tend to love me because not loving me will render you unhappy. You do not want to do anything which will make you unhappy. Because of that, you do not want to be unhappy. You want to love me. You love me not for my sake, but for your sake. And that continues. That is the Prabodha by Yajnavalkya. And then two, three other mantras for the day. Yeah. From the Brahma Upanishad, there are a couple of mantras. One mantra says, Eko vashi sarvabhutantaratma ekam rupam bahudaya karoti tamatmastam yenu pashyanti dhiraha tesham sukham shashvatam netaresham. एको वशी सर्वभूतांतरात्मा एकम रूपम बहुदायक करोति. This Atma is one. If being one, it has though avibhaktam vibhakteshu vibhaktamev च स्थितम bhuta brahma च bhutastaha mamatma bhuta bhavanaha. In the kshetra vibhaga yoga, there is a mantra like that. Atma is one, and as though divided, though not divided. Ekam rupam bahudaya karoti amatmastam yonupashyanti dhiraha tesham sukham. That person who realizes that Atma is only one and not many, for those people only, tesham sukham. The anandam is only for those people and not for others. Then Atmanam Aranim Krutva Pranavam Chotararani Jnana Nirmadhana Vyasat Evam Pashyen Nigodhavat. You have to you have to have a commitment to know Atma. And for that, you will have to do Jnana Madhana. And what kind of Jnana Madhana you have to do? Atmanam Aranyam Kritva. This Atma means here the mind. The mind, you make that as the Arani. Arani is the lower slab of wood when it is used for generating fire. And there is an upper slab of wood also, which is called Uttararani. Atmanam Aranim Krutva Pranavam cha Uttararanim. Pranamam is what? Omkaram. Omkaram as the upper slab of wood. And what is the churning rod? Jnana nirmadhana abhyasat. The churning rod is the jnana. Dhyana, the contemplation, always contemplating dhyana. Nirmadhana abhyasat. Evam pashet nigodhavat. What is hidden in the pieces of wood? What is hidden? Fire is hidden. Fire is hidden in the pieces of wood by churning. Using the churning rod, you will have to generate fire, and that kind of a thing is done even today during the course of yajnas and yagas by the pandits at the yajnashala. Jnanam madhanadhyasat. You will come to know. Then Atma is like equated to what? Tileshu tailam dadhinev satpihi apashrota swaranishu chagni एवमात्मात्मनि जायते सौ सत्येन तपसा यो nupashyati. This is again from the Brahmopanishad. These two mantras are from the Brahmopanishad. What does it say? Like even in the seeds of the gingerly, you will have the gingerly oil, but it is not manifest. And how will you get the gingerly oil? By doing the madhana, by kind of churning that, by putting that into some kind of a mill. Okay. Tileshu tailam dadhini vasarpihi. Dadhi is what? Curds. Curds means you can equate it to Chira from milk. From out of milk is curds, and from out of curds you have got the sarpi. Sarpi is butter. From milk you have got butter. And this butter, beautiful, beautiful, okay, ball of butter. When you drop it in the milk, which you have churned to obtain this beautiful ball of butter, what happens to this ball of butter? That floats on milk. It does not mix with the milk. Milk can be equated to the Jagat, and this butter can be equated to Atma. In the Jagat, there is nowhere that Atma is not there. Like even in the Kshira, there is nowhere that butter is not there. Only thing is, you have to jnana madhana, you have to do. You have to do the contemplation. By contemplation of what is Jagat, you will come to know who you are, what is Atma. Like that, by churning the Kshira, you have obtained the Satpi. And the Satpi simply floats on milk. It does not mix with the milk. So too, after you have come to realize who you are, Atma Jnani, the Jnani really, though living in the world, he will be out of the world. Yanisha Sarvabhutani, Tasyam Jagati Samyami. In the Gita, second chapter, towards the end. Okay? Like that. Then, yeah, that's it. These are the things which I thought I will do. When I had done this earlier, the audio was kind of so. That's why I thought it fit to redo it. Thank you. We will continue on Sunday. Hari Om. Om Sarve Bhavantu Sukhinah. Sarve Santu Niramayah. Sarve Bhadrani Pashyantu. Ma Kaschet Dukkha Bhag Bhavet. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.
End button knocked.
Huh?
End button knocked.
End button knockala.
Zoom meet.
Oh, okay.
End button.
Nokkite.